Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed the show, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, or follow along on one of these social media platforms to learn when I'm posting new videos. Anyway, let's get on into the business news. First, we have an update. If you guys remember the bloody pig mask case where the eBay the eBay guys were stalking and harassing a small magazine publisher because they were saying unflattering things about them. Yeah, they all decided to plead guilty about it. We did the whole video about this. You know, they did all sorts of things like, you know, how to cope with your spouse's death, sending that to the people. All sorts of other weird stuff that they did to try and aggravate and intimidate a publisher. Yeah, it didn't go well for them. Anyway, Microsoft purchases Bethesda Softworks, which is a big gaming company, as most of you guys know, and I had to look it up because I'm not a video gamer, but we got Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, all sorts of stuff is now a Microsoft company. Anyway, so Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and more will become Microsoft properties. That's probably good news for you guys wanting to buy Xboxes. They'll probably be out for those sooner. They'll find some way to make it better for you Xbox users than you PlayStation users. That's what it's called, right? I mean, that's how out of touch I am. Guys, last time, I still have an Xbox. Which one is it? Is it an Xbox 360, I think? It's old. It's old. No, it's not 360. I don't know what I have. I have an old one. It's very old. It's not the original Xbox. Maybe it's a 360. I don't know. That's how out of the loop with video games I am. But anyway, the ZeniMax Online Studio Director, this is an update, I didn't read the update yet, confirmed that they will continue to be supported exactly as it was and will fully expect to keep growing and thriving on each platform we are currently supported. So they are saying, yeah, we're going to keep on doing PS4, Mac, Stadia, etc., etc. Of course, Amazon's coming out with their own streaming service. I think that's one of the articles I threw out. The further update, Microsoft head of Xbox Phil Spencer confirmed that Bethesda would honor existing commitments to PS5 games like Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. Future Bethesda games will be considering for other consoles on a case-by-case basis. Whoops! So I guess some of you guys may see some loss of some games over there in the future. So how long before we start seeing the antitrust Microsoft in the video game market? That'll be an interesting discussion. All right, these next couple stories, these are excellent. So YouTube brings back more human moderators because they found that the AI that they deployed on the system during COVID craziness was actually doubled the amount of incorrect takedowns. So they ramped this down and then hired a bunch more moderators to make sure that the AI would be corrected, because AI works so amazingly good and took down so many more videos than it should have. YouTube has just decided that coming up here in the next month or so, they're going to be deploying another big AI bot, and this time it's going to automatically age restrict videos. So there you go. That's going to mess all of us up over here on YouTube. Fortunately, I do cross-post these videos to BitChute as well. So if YouTube goes totally insane, find me on over there. But anyway, they're about to restrict more videos. They're rolling out more artificial intelligence-powered technology because the first batch worked so well to catch more videos that may require age restrictions, meaning more viewers will be asked to sign into their accounts to verify their age before watching. That's exciting. Is it going to hit Switch to Linux? I don't know. I am definitely on their naughty list for whatever reason. I'm not even particularly all that saucy, but man, are they down-regulating my channel. I'm not the only one, though. There's a lot of guys that are. So definitely go ahead and make sure you're still subscribed if you think you are. All right. Also, what do we got here? We have a couple new articles here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do our affiliate hosting now, because we're going to get into the good Linuxy type news here. So our affiliate today is A2 Hosting. If you are in need of a website, consider looking at A2 Hosting. This is where I have 30, 40, 50, however many client websites I have. running over here on a big VPS. It works excellent. Prices are very good. You can get a VPS without cPanel starting at $5 a month. With cPanel, they're a little bit more because cPanel is expensive. You can do shared hosting as little as $3 a month to start. After you're done with your initial round, it jumps up to $8.99, which is still a pretty good deal in the hosting world. They do have free SSLs and easy install scripts, just so many other excellent things. When you actually reach out and call to them, you actually get somebody in your own country. That's actually a good sign. So overall, I've been using A2 hosting now for a few years. I've been very happy with them. So go ahead and check them out if you are in need of a website. All right, and on to our last couple pieces of news. First, for us Linux users, these are all like Linuxy and good news type things. For us Linux users, Microsoft Edge is coming in October. I'm still scratching my head. Like, people don't even use Edge on Windows. Why do they want to use it on Linux? I mean, the reality is there are going to be cases where you might want to use it. There's going to be cases where people are going to want the Microsoft account login. It comes with it and things like that. And so I will check it out when I start seeing the previews coming down the pipeline. So I will go ahead and check it out as soon as I can. And then we'll get a chance to have a look at what it looks like. Is it going to be something I'm going to run long term? Probably not, because if there's any company I'm more scared of than Google, it would be Microsoft, for the love. But anyway, for those of us that do need to run it, we will have that option coming up. This is the new Chromium-based version of Edge. And of course, we all know that Internet Explorer is the #1 browser to download a better browser. I'm wondering what's going to happen with this. Although, I will say that with Mozilla's crazy shenanigans, Edge actually surpassed Firefox. Sorry, Firefox. You go get back into making good browsers again, and that'll be the case. Another one from Microsoft, the Surface Duo kernel code was released by Microsoft. This will make it easier to create custom ROMs. So again, this is part of this. Maybe Microsoft is indeed changing its tune a little bit. When we start seeing more things like this coming down the pipeline from Microsoft, it will build some more trust in the open source community. I'm still a little skeptical on them, but the fact that they are releasing the source code, presumably this means you can unlock the device and run your own custom ROMs on it. It very well may be a device I want to look at in the future, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I do have a Surface Pro, and the Surface Pro is a pretty good piece of hardware. I can say the hardware is pretty good. But anyway, they did release that code, so custom ROM developers will be able to get in there and do something and maybe release something out to the community, and we can have cool lineage-type ROMs and stuff on a Microsoft product. That'd be fun, right? All right, last two articles. Lenovo is now selling OEM Ubuntu PCs to the general public. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right. While Ubuntu's not my favorite distribution, it is a good distribution. I will completely agree to that. And the fact that they are now making this available to the general public, easier to find on dozens of models, is epic. This is the start of the Linux takeover, when people will start to see how easy it is to work, how we can actually use it, and that it can completely replace your operating systems. This is a good thing. And so Lenovo, kudos to you, Lenovo, for releasing it. We have a whole list here. We have ThinkPads. We have Think Stations here. So a variety of different OEMs. When I can go into Best Buy and start seeing these, that'll be awesome. I'm not sure if these are going to be available in these stores or if it will just be something easily available. Now, you could generally always get Ubuntu on some computer models. Dell, I think, had some direct-to-consumer ones, and I think HP had some direct-to-consumer ones. Lenovo's done it in the past, but I don't think they've ever done it direct-to-consumer. But this is like, what, 14, 15 or so? Oh, 27 models, mostly featuring 2004, except for the L series laptops featuring Ubuntu 18.04. We are available for retail through Lenovo.com. They do have a footnote warning that some models may be limited to specific markets. So we'll have to go on over to Lenovo.com and check out where they are. If you are looking for a Linux distribution that's not Ubuntu and maybe not Pop! OS with System 76, although that's probably the one I'd lean you to, Elementary OS is now joining Slimbook. So this is a retail option for Elementary OS in a laptop and in a all-in-one format. So again, not my favorite distribution, but an excellent distribution overall. It's just not my personal cup of tea. See, my personal cup of tea. But anyway, it is a very good distribution. Now, this one I did check. It is not available in the United States as of now. So you guys over there in anti-Facebook land, you guys can go ahead and head on over to the Slimbook page and find out the information. If you're looking for something, this would be a good bet. Elementary is a good distribution. It's just not my favorite. But anyway, excellent news. We're starting to see Linux come out into places the general public can find it. This is a good thing, a very good thing. We need to push it. We need to say congratulations. We need to say thanks, and we need to maybe buy them, because I bet that this will be a place you can get some of these computers that are not going to be excessively expensive at the same time. Lenovo's are not exactly known for being top of the line, but they are very good. I can say that. So anyway, there is our news for today. Thanks for coming along, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.